Hey guys, what's up? It's Sidekick Lefty, and I wanted to explain a really good solo content build for any DPS class. Now, I use stamina DPS class. I actually changed out my orc on this class, and I turned him into a Khajiit. And I wanted to explain why. Basically, I want him for PvE content versus PvP content. I do PvE a lot more. But let's break it down. I'm going to load onto him, and I'm going to show you guys what I got going, and I'm going to show you like what this thing does, and like, wow, it's really good. I know a lot of people have issues with sustained nightblade classes, and I tend to make a lot of videos about them to try and help you guys out, and or anyone else who's, trying to make a nightblade sustain class. Now, this class, or this guy that I made, it still works really well in group dungeons, alright? He would still do really well in trial dungeons too because of the amount of champion points I have. But I guarantee you, even with this build setup, he can do solo play, and he can totally do group dungeon play as well, even on veteran mode. But let me break it down to you. My dude died, right? So it's all good. I'm gonna show you his stats. I'm running New Moons. I want to replace this with something because they got a nerf, and I think they're actually designed for player versus player content. Now, they're still a very powerful set, and they still work for what I'm doing, but I think I can find something that's actually better, especially since the new update happened. Definitely New Moon's weapons and New Moon's jewelry, and yes, these are legendary. They're gold. Running poisons on bow and disease on weapons, and I'm running, which is really smart. I'm running dagger and axe. Axe for bleeding, dagger for critical chance. All right, so the head. This is a very important set, guys. This is an important set for everything, for your Maelstrom arenas, your Dragon Star trials, all of that stuff. This set is incredible for anybody who, to me, DPS classes to a T. Sorcerers, nightblades, stam, even magic blades, all of that, right? This is the setup you want for those trial dungeons and or for solo content. If you can read the bottom effect, this is on a stamina based character, and I don't care about the first effect. I have no spell critical skills or no spell scrolls on this build. But number 2 is where this is really important. When you do critical damage, so it's whether any at all, just critical damage, 20% chance to gain a 5,000 damage shield. And then I also do 500 frost damage to all enemies within 5 meters of me, 1 second for every second. This thing triggers just as much as your potions trigger. Well, your poisons trigger. 20% chance critical. Right now, my critical is 50%. So my critical, if you look at my character, let's say, oh, wrong slot. Look at my character, right? My critical is 51%, 0.4, and 29. That is without buffs, okay? So I'm critting a lot, right? A lot. So the other gear I'm using, other than that, which is really, really important, and I think a lot of people downplay it, I'm using Briar Hearts, man. Straight medium set Briar Hearts. Now, you can make this build, but you have to be a person who owns Rothgar, and you have to own Elsewhere. And that's the only way this build's going to work, is because that's where you find these pieces. Briar Hearts is in Rothgar, New Moons is a craftable set in Elsewhere. If you don't know what Briar Hearts does, weapon critical, stamina, weapon critical. From the gate, that's fantastic. That's just weapon critical damage. Number 5, when you do critical damage, increase your weapon damage by 550 for 10 seconds. And for those, while this is active, so for those 10 seconds, my critical strikes heal me for 376 life. This effect can occur once every 15 seconds. So 5 seconds out of the time where I don't critical, I'm healing, and I have plus 450 weapon damage. Now you add that with your damage shield and your frost damage, and then you add that with your New Moons automatically. So I get 900 damage, dude. 949 damage, right? Just slapping things, okay? As soon as I do critical damage. So let's check this out. You guys remember what that shield does, right? You get that 5,000 damage shield and additional 500 frost damage. So check this skill out, right? I'm running dual blades, and the reason why I'm running dual blades is because of this. This skill is what makes Briar Hearts, and what makes Your dual blades, insanely important, right? You have to do this. Envelop yourself in a protective cloak of razors, gaining major evasion for 10 seconds, reducing damage from area attacks by 25%. The bottom effect, every second sharpener will pulse, dealing 1000 physical damage to all enemies within 5 meters. So check this out, right? If this triggers and my shoulders, my monster set triggers, that's 1500 damage just going off all the time, right? Just without even pressing any other skills. It's stagnant damage. And I get defensive stuff. Like I am evading, reducing damage from area attacks, and I have 5,000 additional armor. It's incredible. So I kind of want to show you guys this in action. I think the best way to do this, I guess the best way to do that, and I'm a werewolf. Let's not forget werewolf, right? Let's eat for one. So let's totally eat, because that's gonna happen. I am going to try to take out that big blue dude right there by myself. Now, last time I did this, I cheesed him. I stood on top of a shoulder and I tore him up. But again, if I lose, it's whatever. But the other main important thing on this is the fact, where's it at? How do I get to it? There it goes. Werewolf, man. While slotted, 15% weapon recovery. Another thing that helps you guys do sustain that I don't think a lot of nightblade people do. You want this active at all times. Leeching Strike has to be active at all times. The cost is insane. 800 stamina. That's nothing. Duration 20 seconds. You want this in Blade Cloak active all the time. Imbue your weapons with soul-stealing power, causing your light and heavy attacks to heal you for 1500 health and restore 106 stamina for 20 seconds. Fully charged heavy attacks restore twice the value. So if I hit someone with a fully charged heavy attack, I just healed for 3 grand and I restored 212 stamina. When this thing is over, I restore 4,000 stamina when the effect ends. Okay? So this has to be active all the time. If you want increased weapon damage, power extraction, it's a great AoE. But this right here, this has to be active. There's no ands, if, or buts about it. It's got to be active. So I have it on my back bar because the duration is a pretty long time. Alright, so I'm going to just see what I can do against dude. Alright, so first thing we're going to do, activate this. Activate that. Blade Cloak, Power Siphon. And then I'm going to turn into a werewolf, believe it or not. So now I got all my DPSs going. Alright, so werewolf's going nuts. My, Blade Cloak wore off, but that's okay, right? But werewolf is going now. This is a level 10 werewolf, right? So we're going to heal up. Like that. When werewolf ends, I still think we'll be okay. So, like I said, this is... And werewolf is good, man. I love running werewolf. Werewolf is straight DPS, man. And there goes my procs. Your monster helms, all of your passives proc while you're in werewolf form. And that's why I think it's really astounding that you can do this. It's crazy, right? So let me heal up. Alright, so again, it's wild. Now I'm gonna show you when this thing procs again. Alright, so I got this dude down to 45% and my werewolf isn't even dead yet. Like this is, I shouldn't have howled, but so I might lose my mana recovery. But if I actually kill this dude in form. Okay, so now my shield procced, right? Every time you see that ice going around my dude, my guy procs, bro. Like, that's nutty. He's at 25% and we are still giving this dude the work. Like, this is a group boss, right? And I just tanked him in werewolf form by myself, dude. Shield procced. I'm doing shield damage now. You see the snow around my character? That's happening, right? So, that's, like, werewolf is good, dude. Werewolf is really good. So basically, I just killed a world boss by myself in werewolf form, right? Like, without a doubt, just wrecked him, man. To me, that's it's incredible. Like, that's just flat out incredible. Like, just donking on dude. Werewolf for this set, again, I believe is essential. Now, I gotta show you. I want to fight something with a decent amount of life while I'm not in werewolf form, and I'm trying to find a giant because I think that would actually be perfect. I think they're actually this way. Yeah, I believe they're this way. Just because I want to show you what this stamina, this attack can do. So I'm gonna let this giant beat on me. Okay. Then I'm gonna proc everything, and I'm gonna show you what I can do without even being in werewolf form. So as soon as like my werewolf wears off, okay, I'm running the wrong way. They're up here. Sorry, guys. So we're gonna go up here. We're gonna go up north, right? We're gonna dump on these guys. Well, since I'm waiting for this, let's just get this wood anywhere I'm at it. All right. But yeah, to me, it's incredible. I never really thought that this, like, everyone used to tell me these sets were really, well, these sets were good or that they were underutilized. But like I said, it's insane. I'm living, and you know, nothing's really happening to me, right? And I'm just dumping, dishing out punishment, dishing it out. So I'm gonna try and find something that, you know, like I said, I want to find a giant. I know they're around in this general area somewhere. I think they're further. It's like a mix of them. I will find one here pretty soon, and I know I don't want to do the wait. You know, I should have planned this out a little bit better. But I need you guys to just be patient for a minute. There's got to be something. Like, just to show you the footwork with how this works. Are you serious? There's no giants here, man? Like, I swear to God, there's giants. There's one. Okay, cool. Got him. Alright, so this is how this is going to work, guys. Alright, let me kill these cats first. Alright, see them? Like, that's straight raw just damage, dude. Alright, so let's get on big boy here, right? So I'm going to proc this. Like, I don't even have to proc the other one, and I'm gonna do this. Right, so siphon. We got that up. Heavy attack. Okay, you see? Triggered. Briarheart's triggered. Cloak right now. Boom. He's taking it, dude. And see, like, I'm not even doing weapon skills to him. I'm just heavy attacking him. Like, that's crazy. Let's look at the stats right now. Why this is up. We're gonna go. Don't. Okay, oh, we just missed it. Okay, hold on. We'll get her back. But, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, dude. Like, we're gonna do this again. Hit him with this. So when this thing triggers, like, I gotta look at my character stats, right? It's both up character stats, right? 4,000 weapon damage, 57% chance to critical, guys. You saw that before it triggered down. That is insane. That is truly crazy. So I definitely hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it actually helps you a lot with your stamina builds, because this is nutty, dude. It's straight sustain. It's just incredible. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna end this video. I hope you guys have a good one. If you enjoyed the content, subscribe to my channel. If you want help, leave comments below, man. I will not mind helping. If you are a part of the PlayStation community, hit me up on here. You know, I'll give you my Discord. You know, we can do some dungeons and things like that. You know, I can go over some stuff, especially if you are a Nightblade user and you haven't figured them out yet. Again, one more time, man. I know this is typically a longer video than normal. Boom, wrecked him. Character. Just look at that, dude. It's nutty, bro. Nutty. Alright, so the reason why my stats were so high, they get to 4,000. Reaper's Mark, when that enemy dies, like when the enemy dies, I heal for 11,000, right? And I gain Major Berserk, increasing your weapon damage done by 25% for 5 seconds, and this scales off my max life. Okay, so that's crazy. For single target use with heavy high hit, this one is actually incredible, and you should have it procced, and it lasts a minute. So legit, you want this procced at all times too, especially if you're doing light and heavy attacks, because if you read this, for 1 minute, increase your critical damage and healing by 2% for every light and heavy attack, which stacks up to 5 times. So if you do the math, you get an additional 10% critical damage after 5 light and heavy attacks. That's crazy. So with that one, right, Relentless Focus and Leeching Strikes, these should be on all the time. Just all the time. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. These things are your bread and butter, man, for critical damage. And if you wanna stack them, power extracts, because you get your 20% weapon damage. All right, but I think you guys get the point. Like, the build's good. Comment below what you think. And again, this is here to help you, man. And I hope you enjoyed the content. But I'm gonna leave this one out. And again, subscribe to my channel if you want to see this build go live. I play on Twitch and stream on Twitch with this character. My Twitch channel will be in the description below. But alright guys, Lefty is out. Take care.